Hey everyone, it's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm coming to you live, straight out of NYC. Um, Thank you, whoever's here. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I know this live was supposed to be originally on the 20, I think it was the 22nd, which is Tuesday. The reason being is because August 22nd is when I officially became a YouTuber. But the video uploaded around midnight the next day. So although it reads August 23rd, it actually was supposed to be was meant to be uploaded August 22nd. But that was like, being a new YouTuber and, I've never uploaded on a laptop. I've always uploaded online. On my phone, but for my birthday, and shout out to those that was at my birthday live, I actually got a laptop as a gift for my birthday. So I'm going to start uploading through my laptop and also taking courses online on how to basically, do like interactive, like do basically videos that are very more so visual. I'll still do the Spreaker. I'll still do the lives here and there, but with the StreamYard and having a laptop, I'll be able to actually bring people in to discussions. And then also I'm gonna start learning how to basically use Skillshare. So for the next upcoming months, that's gonna be the game plan. But I have to say something, and what I have to say is this year has gone by super fast because it feels as though we just entered the year. I mean, for me, I haven't really done a lot because pretty much I'm out still on disability from a work related injury. So it's like I haven't really done a lot except for go to like appointments and things like that, go to the store, you know, take care of business. But it seems like we should just be in May. No more than June. And now we're about to enter September. It's crazy. That's just how I feel. But I want to shout out Pharaoh Speaks. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate it. And I do apologize that the live was supposed to take place on Tuesday. Then I changed it to Wednesday. Then I changed it. No, then I changed it to Tuesday. Then I changed it to Thursday. And really what it is that I have something called GERD. And what that does at times is that it gives me like where I start to feel really dizzy. And it's a digestive disorder. And I do take medicine for it daily. But what will happen is I will take medicine for it and I'll do really well. Like for 2 months, I was good. But when it gets hot, I have no choice but to take and drink Gatorade to build up my electrolytes. And Gatorade with GERDs is not really good. So the heat doesn't help GERD. And I remember when I first developed GERD, I was hot. I mean, it was hot, really hot. But once I get into the fall and the winter, and even most of the spring, I'm okay. It's the summer that's whacked out. And then I've been losing weight. I went from 190 last year. Last May, I was 194 pounds. The last time I was weighed before the summer, I was 162 pounds. So I lost a lot of weight in a matter of a year. So being that it's summertime, I'm probably like maybe 156 now. Hopefully, I'm not that skinny, but I don't look that skinny. But that's just the reason for the delay, and I apologize about it. And another thing too, with my PTSD, I don't really write a lot. It's better for me to explain things vocally. And I really feel bad because I really want to write and comment to everyone when I'm, when the comments come, but that anxiety kicks in and it's horrible. It's nerve wracking, that PTSD. So this live is about a celebration of my channel being 5 years old, or better yet, half a decade. Okay. And time went by fast. In a sense, with the channel, I can't believe it's been 5 years, but the week I started my channel was a couple of days before I started working for the current company that I'm employed with. Working the time hasn't gone by fast, but having this channel, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like maybe 3 years. But I'm gonna go into the history of how this channel came about and why I wanted to be a YouTuber. I've been familiar with YouTube since 2006. When I was running for student government as a senatorial candidate for my college, which is BMCC. Shout out to Borough Manhattan Community College. That's my alma mater. I'm an alumna there. And shout out to all my fellow alumni, And so I remember this girl was on YouTube and I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And she was like, oh, it's this website where people actually, upload videos, like short clips and stuff, and it could be anything. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But she didn't tell me the name. Then I'm hearing people like, oh, I saw this video on YouTube. It was real good. It was real funny. And then I saw this video on YouTube with this white guy pretending to be R. Kelly, because R. Kelly's trial was coming up, but he was doing a spoof on Trapped in the Closet. Because if you know Trapped in the Closet, the year prior, everybody was singing that, including me. That was my jam. So what ended up happening was that I'm basically, let me see this YouTube thing. But I didn't start looking at YouTube until after I got elected to being a senator for the 2006-2007 school year. So I ended up starting my term that July, and we all had our own computers, our own desks, our own telephone line, as well as business cards. But we also, many of us, had our own rooms, offices. And I was one of those that had that. So what happened was, because I was taking summer classes, I would go there every single day, except for Friday. So I went on my laptop and I said, I'm going to check out this YouTube. So I checked out YouTube and I thought it was cute, but I never, ever thought I would become a YouTuber. So as time went on, I would watch different videos, but then I got spooked out by YouTube because it was something I saw. I'll never forget it. It was made, uploaded on YouTube, but it was clipped on another website. It scared the shit out of me. And I feel if I never saw that video, a lot of things would have turned out different for me. I'm just going to say that, because that's when I kind of like got spooked out real easy for certain things I would see online. Up until that point, I never did. I never saw the video again, and they actually took it down, thank God. But basically, that's what happened. Hey, Sebastian, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I really try my best. I always keep it real and authentic. And that's another thing about me. I never chase trends. I always talk about what I'm comfortable with. I never, ever, ever. And I want to say this. I never came on YouTube to make money. I never came on YouTube for a business. I never came to do YouTube to be popular and gain friends. YouTube was a hobby for me to basically talk about current events. Okay. So going back to like the 2006, 2007 era, I started like shying away from YouTube. Unless it was a music video, unless it was an interview with my favorite celebrities, I wasn't rocking with YouTube. Up until 2008, that's when I started going on there again. And then by 2010, YouTube was the one site that helped me when I was going through bereavement issues with my father and my aunt. My aunt passed away the day I uploaded. Well, she didn't pass away the day I uploaded my first video, but the day I uploaded, the day the first upload was posted, commentary was posted, that was the 8th anniversary of my aunt's passing. Okay. My second most successful video, most viewed video with Tim Norman and Sweet Pies, that was uploaded on my aunt's 11th anniversary of her passing. That's when I gained like 1,000 subs in 3 days. Within 3 days, I went from 1,500 to about 2,500, and then within the next month, I had 2,600 plus. So YouTube actually helped me, like with my anxiety, because it was bad. I didn't leave the house. I'll never forget, in 2010, I didn't leave the house for 6 months. It was bad. And it was girl related also, because with girls, I wasn't able to withstand the heat. And I was in New York, and I'll never forget, that was the hottest summer till this day. It's the hottest summer we ever had since we entered the 2000s. It was like 104, 106, 107, 103. And I was on the couch, like, pour water on me. And I was just drinking a lot of water. And that's when I started really developing a love for water, because it not just cooled my body down, but it also helped with my anxiety. So what happened was, I'm going on YouTube, and the videos I would watch Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys. I would watch this video called Hey Soul Sister by Train. I would watch this other video from Chaka Khan called My Funny Valentine. I would watch Jeff Red's You Called and Told Me That You Wanted to Leave. And then there was a song that I loved as a kid, and they had the video. If you into New Jack Swing, you know Keith Sweat's Twisted. That song was the beginning of me getting back on my feet. I would listen to Twisted every single day. But I can't sing it because I don't want to get a strike. But that was the song that clinched it to getting me back on my feet mentally. And I think it actually helped with the GERD too. And I would listen to that all summer. I would basically be, I the love you need, baby. Got me twisted. Okay, yeah, let me shut up, because I don't want no strike. But that was my song. Okay? So what ended up happening was that I pretty much was, watching YouTube 2010, 2011. Then I happened up on Tariq Nasheed. And this is when you had the personalities coming out. And he was one of the first ones. Then Lovely T, I would watch. But I wasn't a sub to them because I had a BlackBerry phone. And you had to have a Gmail account in order to sub and comment. So I said, when I get my phone, when I get an Android, I'm going to, start subbing. And I didn't want to get a Gmail account. I didn't want to do it at the time. So I would watch a lot of people. And then Messy Maya was one of them. But then Messy Maya, that summer, if you know the history of Messy Maya, he basically, I think he was shot or something like that. I believe so. So, a lot of people ran for that spot. Then the next year, which was 2012, the most controversial YouTuber of our time, Tommy Sotomayor, came on YouTube. And he used to make me mad. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get mad, because I know I'm not what he says. So I would listen, and I would be like, one day they're going to kick his ass off. But the world wasn't that sensitive at the time because the world, particularly in America, was happy because Obama was president. But this is the conspiracy theorist era. And this will really make YouTube fun because everybody was talking about conspiracy theories, this conspiracy theories, that. Oh, I want to go back to 2008 because it was something else spooky. There was a video. This is what really got me really scared of YouTube. Back in 2007, actually, there was a video of this man made about you can't vote for Obama because he's the Antichrist. And Obama was flying on bat wings and he had blood coming out his mouth, this image of him. And they were saying, like, if you vote for Obama, you're going to go to hell. And the video, not what he said, but the video and the visual scared my ass. And I was like, oh, Lord, I can't deal with this shit. So what happened now, I didn't have PTSD or anxiety at the time, but it just freaked me out. So that was another reason why I wasn't really rocking with YouTube. But when you're at home not doing anything, it kind of makes you really, you know, start doing stuff that you haven't done just to get past the time. So I get to 2013 and I get an Android phone. And what happens is I love my Android phone. And I've been Team Android since February 25th, 2013. So at the time, you know, I'm trying to do YouTube, but the phone I have wasn't the best for YouTube because the camera didn't face me. It wasn't like one of those flip cameras. It was basically one type of camera. So somebody would have to film me. So I had a friend in college who basically had a YouTube channel, but she didn't utilize it. So she was like, hey, you want to make YouTube videos? And I'm like, sure. I've been trying to do YouTube for a long time. So I did a couple of YouTube videos with her. One, we was in campus and we was talking about when the Africans moved on 116th Street. And then she did another one with this guy that she was dating. And we did a couple of them. But, you know, it never really, you know, stood out to where we really, you know, was able to crack the algorithm. So this was 2014. Then I got my Galaxy S5 Plus. And this is when I said, you know, I'm going to do YouTube. I got a job with the Bullseye Company and I never had time to make videos. So every year when I wanted to do YouTube, it kept stalling. Then what ended up happening, my weight ballooned. I went from a size 6 in July of 2014 all the way to a size 14 in March of 2015. I didn't eat anything extra. I didn't drink a lot of alcohol. What happened was stress related. It was stress related. But I eventually got the pounds off. But I said I can't come on camera looking like this because I was so used for 6 years. I was thin. I said I can't come on camera like this. So I was upset and I was hurt because I'm like, I'm ready to do YouTube. I don't have a laptop and all I have is this phone and I want to do YouTube. And if I could do YouTube behind the camera, behind like any app, I would go for it. So what happened was around about late 2016, early 2017, there was this app called Spreaker. And I would see different YouTubers going on this app and they was basically uploading content. And I'm like, wait a minute, you could do this on this app and you could basically upload it. And the lady basically told me, I forgot her name, but she said you could do it, but you can only do it via computer or laptop. So I'm like, damn. So I had to wait until the Spreaker app came to Android. It came to Android around about May. From what I was told, I think it was April, but I found out about it in May. So I'm like, you know, I think I'm ready to do YouTube. Then I got fucking nervous because I said, what am I going to name myself? What can I call myself? Because I got to have a fly ass name. I can't call myself, I'm not calling myself by my real government. We're not doing real governments here. We do aliases. And I said, I know what I'm going to talk about, current events, but I wanted to also do reviews for television shows like reality TV, scripted series, and movies and music. But I said, I'm ready. Then I basically was job hunting, so I didn't have the time to do it. But once I got my job, which I'm currently hired in, I said, I'm going to do YouTube. And I did YouTube a couple of days before I started my job. And I've been doing it ever since. Now, my history with my channel in itself, and I had to go into like why I did this. I never, as I was saying earlier, I never, ever, ever wanted to be a big YouTuber. But I did believe that by 20, I would say, I really thought by 2020 that I would have at least 3,000 subs. The amount of subs I have now, I really thought, I'm going to say 3,300. I really thought. Now, if you follow my uploads, in 2017, I uploaded, but then I took some of them down. But I wasn't as consistent as I should have been. And that's because I was working in the mornings. So I wasn't even watching a lot of YouTubers. I was just going to work. I would leave my house at I'll leave my house at like 4:20 in the morning, catch a cab, and start work from 5 to 1:30. Okay. But if you look at 2018, particularly that January and February, up until the beginning of the following year, I was good uploading regularly, consistently. Okay. And that's because I switched my schedule because I went to a different department. So I started to close, which was much better. And I can tell you something. It took me 3 months to have my first upload reach 100 views. It took 3.5 months. It was December. Then I did an upload about Quincy Jones. That one I got 300 within a week. Then I did an upload before that on Pat Houston. I call it the legendary upload, but I didn't verify my account. So the video split into threes. So it gained traction. It gained. But within a month, I only had about maybe 100 views for the first one, 70 for the second one, and maybe 20 for the third. February 27th, 2018, I woke up and I saw that it was like 1,000 views, and I kept, refreshing it, and it was nonstop for a whole month. It went from I would say like 1,000 that day when I woke up until about 12,000. No, I would say 15,000 that month. And then it kept growing and growing and growing. Now it has close to 58K 4.5 years later. The other one has about, I think, 17K or something like that. But that's when I said I belong on YouTube, because I was sharing it with my friends and my family members, and they were sharing it, but it hit the algorithm to where it was able to fully reach all over the country, and even in Japan and the United Kingdom and Trinidad. Then I did an upload with Monique, and my Monique uploads were getting traction. Then I did an upload with Hamilton Pattinson Bear, and then Umar Johnson, that gained traction. Then I did the upload with Tariq Nasheed versus Cynthia G. That I got 1,000 views within 5 days. Then I did a video, upload with about 702. That was a review. I think that was my third review. Within a week, I got 1,000. Now, mind you, my channel, I only had literally at that time, I only had 300 and some odd subscribers. So for me to get 1,000 views with that amount of subs, and we're in June of 18, I was like, yo, I belong here. All I need is the views and the hours, and I'm gonna be monetized. And everything was going great. Then I did my videos on Tasha K. Then I did my uploads on, and this is before the whole Cardi B thing. Then I did uploads on Janet Hubert. Then I did uploads on a lot of people. And I mean, it was good. Oh, Julie Chen. I mean, I was going in on her and the talk. And then I did commentary on, it was somebody else I did commentary on. I can't think. It was one other video that reached 1,000. Oh, then I started getting hate from the McCurlin twins fans because they were all Nigerians and they was hating on me. Then I got hate from Tasha K fans. But Tasha K fans, it was funny though, looking back. And then I thought I was going to be monetized and I wasn't. And to this day, it doesn't make sense what happened. But it took me 3 years to fix it. And I finally got monetized. And I don't even want to go into that stress of that. Because that's a stress that I think was brought on by the stress from work. I don't care what no one says. But I have had highs and lows on my channel. But the one thing I want to do, I want to retain my audience. And I think that's the one thing that I really need to do with the channel. Another thing also is that I made very great friendships. One in particular with Pharaoh Speaks. Shout out to him. Eric 1994, Eric Johnson 1994, shout out to him. To even people who are subscribers but don't upload videos, like Amiri's Corner. No, Amiri's Perspective, shout out to him. There's another Amiri from another channel though. But shout out to him, Amiri's Perspective from Brooklyn, shout out to him. Tori Tate, shout out to her. Shout out to Charmaine from Inglewood. Shout out to Donna Jordan from the Bronx. Shout out to her. Oh my God, it's a lot of people I could shout out. It's so many of you all that been rocking with me going back to 2017, 18. Some people just came on recently aboard. Shout out to Sebastian Shaw. I mean, oh my God. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on to people. And shout out to even some of the haters that come on here and basically, you know, like to cause disruption because they don't like me talking about their faves. Because what you all do when you come and bombard my channel to comment on an upload that you don't like, you push the damn algorithm through to benefit me. And you allow me to make money from it. So when you comment in the dislike, even if you basically thumbs down the video 100 times and I only get a like that's about maybe 25, I still get paid because I have advertisement on the videos. I still get paid, darling. So shout out to the haters. You know, shout out to them because no matter what, you walking away with hate while I'm walking away with my pockets and my account looking good. And that's what I like about YouTube. But I have to say, YouTube is different than it was half a decade. The freedom of speech that we had did change. And a lot of that had to do not just with other YouTubers. I'm not going to name them for that. But it really started around the time I joined. And it started when 45 got elected. That's when they started getting rid of conspiracy channels. But we were still able to be monetized as a whole. And it wasn't as strict as it is now. Hopefully, the algorithm that they're using is a computer robot. Hopefully, they get rid of it because a lot of people are leaving YouTube. The YouTube politics is not cool. And it needs to not just be called out, but everybody needs to say something about it. Another thing also is that entertainers coming to YouTube to make money because they saw the regular people becoming famous and wealthy. That wasn't cool either. You're on spaces that we made popular because you want to basically make money because you're not able to make money mainly through music. I'm not really talking about the actors, I'm talking about the musicians. And you want to come on a space that we made popular, but then you want to push us out and make it all elitist. That's not cool either. So there are things with YouTube that I love, and there are things with YouTube that I don't like. But more importantly, I'm going to step up my game. In the upcoming months, I'm going to upload via my laptop. I'm going to take the Skillshares classes. I'm going to basically do go more digital, do lives on Spreaker and be more interactive. Not Spreaker, StreamYard. And also I'm going to basically go into documentaries. I'm gonna learn how to do documentaries because I feel like there are some documentaries that I feel that are needed to be done. And, it's half a decade in the game. I've had this channel for a long time. And I also have two channels. I have a review channel, and then I have a channel that I'm going to utilize for documentaries and for news. And with that being said, I'm signing off. Thank you for tuning in. Share this live. Also, if you haven't subscribed, comment, like, share. I'll be back later and soon. Take care and have a good weekend.